Hello, welcome back to Craft Club. This week's theme is pirates, and the story is The Troll by Julia Donaldson.
The Troll, written by Julia Donaldson and illustrated by David Roberts. There once was a troll who lived under a bridge. That's where trolls are supposed to live. Meanwhile, far out to sea, there were some pirates who lived in a ship. That's where pirates are supposed to live. Trolls are supposed to eat goats, but no goats ever came trip-trapping over this troll's little bridge. So he ate fish instead. But one morning he heard a faint noise on his bridge. Up he popped and he said what trolls are supposed to say, which is, "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?" "I'm not trip-trapping, I'm scuttling," said a tiny black creature. "And I'm a spider." "Oh, bother! Thought you were a goat," said the troll. "No, goats have fur," said the spider. "Never mind, I'll eat you anyway," said the troll. "You'll make a nice change from fish." "Oh, please don't eat me," said the spider. "Why don't you go further down the river to the next bridge? It's a much better bridge for goats." "All right then," said the troll. So he packed up his frying pan and his cookery book, and off he strode. Pirates are supposed to dig for treasure, and these pirates had a treasure map with a rhyme on it. Between the palm tree and the rocks, 6 feet deep, lies a treasure box. They sailed and they sailed until they reached an island. "This is the spot," said Handkerchief. "Start digging." The pirates dug and they dug, but all they found was a grumpy mole. "Oh, must be the wrong island," they said. All that digging had made them hungry. It was Ben Buckle's turn to do the cooking, and he cooked fish pie. "It's all soggy," said Percy Patch. "It's slimy," said Peg Polka Dot. "Well, when we find the gold we can buy a decent cookery book," said Handkerchief, and they set sail again. The troll was sitting under his new middle-sized bridge, reading his cookery book. Suddenly he heard a sound above his head. Up he popped. "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?" he roared. "I'm not trip-trapping, I'm pattering," said a furry creature, "and I'm a mouse." "Oh, bother! I thought you were a goat," said the troll. "No, goats have longer ears," said the mouse. "Never mind, I'll eat you anyway," said the troll. "I'm getting sick of fish." "Oh, please don't eat me," said the mouse. "Why don't you go down to the next bridge? There are goats trip-trapping over that one all the time." "Very well," said the troll, and he packed up his things again, and off he strode. Meanwhile, the pirates had discovered another island. They dug and they dug, but all they found this time was a rusty old bucket with a crab in it. "Oh, it's the wrong island again," they said. That night Percy Patch did the cooking. He cooked fish soup. "Oh, it's bony," said Ben Buckle. "Oh, it's all briny," said Peg Polka Dot. "If only we could find that gold, we could pay for a proper cook," said Handkerchief. The troll was frying fish under his new, big bridge when he heard a sound above his head. Up he popped. "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?" he bellowed. "I'm not trip-trapping, I'm lolloping," said a creature with long ears, "and I'm a rabbit." "Oh, bother! Thought you were a goat," said the troll. "No, goats have hoofs," said the rabbit. "Never mind, I'll eat you anyway," said the troll. "Anything's better than fish." "Oh, please don't eat me," said the rabbit. "Why don't you walk down to the next bridge? There are herds of goats trip-trapping over that one." "Are you sure?" asked the troll. Once again he packed up and off he strode. Meanwhile the pirates were digging on a new island. They dug and they dug, but all they found was an old Wellington boot with a nest of centipedes in it. "We'll never find the right island," they said. That night it was Peg Polkadot's turn to do the cooking. She cooked fish cakes. "They're sticky," said Ben Buckle. "They're sandy," said Percy Peach. Handkerchief said nothing. He was too busy being sick over the side of the ship. The Troll's River grew wider and wider, and then it stopped being a river and it flowed into the sea. The Troll found himself on a sandy beach. "There isn't another bridge," he said. "That rabbit was tricking me." But then he spotted some hoof prints in the sand. "A goat!" he cried. "At last!" He looked around, but he couldn't see any goats. "Never mind, it will probably come back tomorrow," he said. The Troll followed the hoof prints. They led him to a spot between a tall palm tree and two big rocks. "I know," he thought. "I'll dig a big pit, and then tomorrow the goats will fall in it and I can eat it." The Troll dug and dug with his frying pan. Just when he thought the hole was deep enough, the pan hit something hard. It was a great big chest. "Perfect!" said the Troll. "I can hide in here and keep warm, and then when the goat falls into the hole, I'll open the lid up and pop up." He lifted the lid. The chest was full of round gold things. "These are no use to me," he said, and he threw them all into the sea. Then he climbed into the chest and lay down. "Tomorrow I can have goat for breakfast instead of fish," he thought as he drifted off to sleep. It was dark, and the pirates arrived at the next island. "Here, this is the spot," said Handkerchief. "But someone's been digging here already," said Ben Buckle. "Don't say they found the treasure before us," said Percy Patch. "No, look, here it is," cried Peg Polkadot. The chest was heavy. "Here it must be full of gold," said Handkerchief. "Quick, back to the ship before anyone stops us." The Troll was woken up by a loud bang. "That's my breakfast falling into the hole," he thought. But why was the chest heaving and swaying? And why was the lid opening? Surely goats couldn't open lids. The lid opened wide, and staring down at the Troll were four angry pirates. "Where is the gold?" shouted Handkerchief. I threw it into the sea," said the Troll. The plank! The plank!" yelled Ben Buckle and Percy Patch. "Make him walk the plank!" The next second the pirates were pushing him onto it. "Who's that trip-trapping over my plank?" jeered Handkerchief. "I'm not trip-trapping, I'm shuffling," said the Troll in a small voice. "I'm a troll." He reached the end of the plank. His knees were knocking. "Jump!" yelled the pirates. But just then Peg Polkadot came running up. "Wait!" she cried. "I found something else inside the chest." In one hand she held the Troll's frying pan, and in the other hand she held his cookery book. "Here, stop!" called Handkerchief. He looked at the Troll in a new way. "Can you cook?" he asked. "Yes," said the Troll, and "Yeah!" shouted the pirates. "Then you can stay," said Handkerchief. "Thank you," said the Troll, and he shuffled back along the plank. Shall I start?" "Now," said Hank. The pirate showed the Troll the ship's kitchen. The Troll grinned. He turned to his favourite page in his cookery book. "Shall I make us a nice goat stew?" he asked. "Goat? Goat? But pirates don't eat goat," said Handkerchief. "We want what pirates are supposed to eat." "What's that?" asked the Troll. "Fish," said the pirate chief.
Okay, let's have a look. So this week I've got plain piece of paper, colouring sheet, a piece of card with some lines printed on it, some straws, a flag to decorate, a small piece of paper with a couple of punched holes, an envelope, a little red cup, and inside the envelope I've got some feathers, a small piece of orange card and a couple of eyes. Okay, I'm going to show you how to turn this piece of card into your very own treasure box. And for this activity you'll need your scissors and some tape. You may also like to decorate the back of your card. You see I've decorated mine using the marbling technique from the other week, but you could decorate yours however you like. I'm going to start by taking one side of my card and folding it over so it meets the black line here. And I'm going to unfold it. Then I'm going to take the other side and fold it so it meets the black line there, and then unfold it. And now you should be able to see that you've got a couple of crease lines down the middle there. Okay, I'm now going to mark out some guidelines with a red marker. You don't have to do this step, it's just so I can show you where you need to cut. So I'm going to put one red line there. And then also along the creases here. I'm now going to carefully cut along those lines, keeping my cuts nice and straight. I'm then going to take each small section and fold it over along the black line. Then I'm going to turn it around and do the same on the other side. And then I'm going to open them back out. And I'm going to do the same at each end. So fold it over along the black line, that end. And this end. Okay, now I'm ready to assemble my box. So I've got some pieces of tape handy here, and I'm going to start by taking these two small squares, folding them up. I've got a piece of tape. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. Two squares facing to each other. You can start to see it's taking shape already, look. So that's the bottom of my box. And now I just need to shape the lid. So to do that, I'm going to put another piece of tape here. And then in the same place on the other side. And then I should be able to just gently shut my box. Now, pirates often have pet parrots, so I'm going to show you how to make a little parrot out of your red cup. You might have noticed that I've made a little hole in the bottom, and that hole is for a feather to go in, so you can choose which feather you'd like to use. I'm going to use this green one. Just pop it in the top. I might even have room for the other one. Squeeze it in. And next I'm going to stick on a couple of eyes at the top. And then finally I'm going to make a little beak out of this piece of orange card, which you might have noticed has got a little bit of double-sided tape on the back. So first I'm going to cut it into the shape that I want. And then I'm going to peel off double-sided tape. If you peel off the white bit, you should just be left with a sticky bit. And then I'm going to pop it on. And I'm just wondering whether I can get my parrot to rest on my shoulder. There we go. There we go. I'm now going to show you how to make a tiny little pirate ship like this one. So you will need your straws and your little piece of paper. This is your flag, so you can design your flag however you want to. And your scissors, oh, and also some tape. I'm going to start by taking 4 of my straws and putting one to the side. And I'm going to cut them in half. So I now have 8 smaller straws, and I'm going to carefully line them up on the table. I'm now going to get a piece of tape, and I'm going to stick them together at one end. Sticking it on top first, and then flipping it over and wrapping the tape round. It's a little bit fiddly. I'm going to do the same on the other end. Now, if you find, like mine, that your straws are a little bit uneven, you could always just trim those bits down if you wanted to. Right, next I'm going to take my other straw and I'm going to cut that one in half as well. Then I'm going to carefully poke the straw through one of the holes in the paper, through one side and then back through the other hole. To attach the flag. And then I'm going to pinch one end of my straw to flatten it. And then that flat edge there should just wedge nicely in the middle of my raft. There we go. And it should actually float. So you could try that one out. And the spare little bit of straw you could use to blow your pirate ship along. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make another kind of boat using a piece of paper. And again, this one should actually float. So I'm going to start by folding the paper in half, like so, and then folding it in half again and opening it back out. I'm going to turn it round to face me with the folded edge at the top, and I'm going to take the top corner and fold it down towards the crease in the middle, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side. And I'm going to take the top piece of paper and fold it back like so. And I'm going to take these corners and fold them over the edge. I'm then going to turn it over and do the same on the other side. I'm then going to open it out and fold it flat this way. So I've made a square shape. Then I'm going to take one corner and fold it up to the top corner. And then I'm going to turn it over and do the same on the other side. I'm then going to open it out in the middle again and turn it into a square shape again. And I'm then going to take these very top corners and gently pull them apart. Press it down. So you've now got the shape of the boat. And then finally, I'm just going to open it out a little bit at the bottom there. So it looks a bit like a mouth opening. And I should now be able to stand my boat up on the table. And it should also be able to float. So here are all my creations this week. Thank you for watching and see you next time.